There are some games that are legendary in their respective genre. For the real-time strategy games, Command & Conquer Red Alert would definitely be one. For a lot of us, it was our first RTS. It has been over 17 years since it was released for PC back in 1996 by Westwood Studios, the developer that created many of the staples of the modern RTS. Red Alert takes us back to a time before EA ruined everything with dancing bears and Japanese schoolgirl androids. Red Alert takes us back in time to a parallel universe 1950s created when Albert Einstein went back in time to kill Adolf Hitler to prevent the formation of Nazi Germany. Okay, that sounds dumb, but trust me, it's way better than the Japanese schoolgirl androids. Without the rise of Nazi Germany and the events of World War II, the Soviet Union was left free to grow, and Joseph Stalin wants to take over the entire Eurasian landmass, forcing the nations of Europe to form an alliance to counter the Red Army. Like Ocarina of Time, the events of this game split the timeline for the subsequent games in the series. Along with a campaign mode, the game includes a skirmish mode, which allows players to fight the computer and fight online with friends. Players can set the number of enemy forces and the technology level for the match. In story mode, the player has the choice of picking to play as either the Allies or the Soviets. There's no moral ambiguity here. The first missions in both sequences make it loud and clear the Soviets are the villains. The Allies' first mission has the player commanding a squad which includes the awesome super kill lady TANYA to rescue Albert Einstein from a Soviet base. The Soviets' first mission orders the player to decimate a civilian village. Yeah. The campaign has some great cutscenes that were awesome back in the 90s and are adorable now. There are obvious green screen sets, charmingly simple CGI, and dialogue with more cheese than Wisconsin.
Jeez Louise! It's Stalin!
All things considered, the story and the cutscenes try to take things seriously for the most part, which is more than I can say about this.
I hope you were satisfied with Natasha's contribution on the battlefield. She's one of our finest.
While the first Red Alert's incarnation of TANYA does have two distinctly different actresses for the cutscenes and the overworld sprite's voice,
that's why I don't get killed.
Yeah, I'm there.
she stays awesome and retains her dignity. This one, though...
Oh, you aren't doing so well. Is this your first time?
And yes, that's who you think it is. Both sides are well balanced, with each side having its own strengths and weaknesses. For example, the Soviets have stronger tanks, but they're much slower and more expensive than the Allied tanks. Each side has units that are unique to them. Soviets have much more variety when it comes to aerial units, but the Allies have naval superiority. Each side also gets its own secret weapon. The Allies get the Chronosphere teleporter, and the Soviets get the Iron Curtain force field. However, the Soviets do get probably the coolest space defenses ever: the Flame Tower and the Tesla Coil. The Flame Tower is exactly what it sounds like, a flame-throwing tower that roasts infantry like marshmallows. The Tesla Coil is a Christmas tree-shaped tower that shoots lightning. Friggin' lightning. When I was younger, I used to cheat by making Tesla Coils cost $1, and I built a trail of them leading to the enemy base. Who needs to send in troops when you can just summon Lightning Death Tower smack dab in the middle of an enemy base? The game comes with its own map editor, allowing players to make custom maps for matches. The player can make the map of their dreams, flexing their creativity to create a gorgeous land or just a simple one that gets the job done. I have spent hours making maps and designing the perfect bases for them. Red Alert was the first game I played that gave me so much creative freedom. I love being able to create my own world in this map editor. Command & Conquer is a game I won't ever forget, and it's a game that stands the test of time.